بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد إخوان, first of all about what I said in the last lesson concerning إيمانا واحتسابا. Alright, we said that this is hal, and that is a qawl out there in the i'rab of this hadith. However, a better one is to say that it is maf'ulun li ajlihi. Maf'ulun li ajlihi. It means the thing that you've been doing it for, right? Your goal or your reason for doing it, right? Min ajli dhalika, because of that. So here maf'ulun li ajlihi, done because of this. So if we were then to relook at the meaning of the hadith, man sama Ramadan imanan wa ihtisaban, if it's hal, and this is also a dhahir, this what Nawawi is indicating that it's hal from his tafsir right here, ay musaddiqan muhtasiban, while being in a state of tasdiq and ihtisab. That's the state in which he is fasting. So then that's the meaning. He's fasting while being in a state of iman and ihtisab, meaning looking for the reward for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we say that it's maf'ulun li ajlihi, we're saying he is fasting out of faith and out of looking reward for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we see that the meaning is, quasi identical. All right, it's the only issue where we have a difference is the fact that these two words here are masdar, and the hal is originally a ism fa'il. So this is why I'm saying that Imam al-Nawawi, he points out that it is hal because he has made a ta'wil of these two words into masdar. However, we don't really need to do that. We can just keep it as a masdar and say that it is maf'ulun li ajlihi. Anyway, ikhwan, I know we have not studied this yet, but just to point out this particular matter. Any question on this before we move on?
Not from me.
Not from me.
Okay. Alaykum salam. Welcome, Sa'ad.
Salam.
Bismillah. Let's move forward then. Fahd, read please.
وعنه رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إذا جاء رمضان فتحت أبواب الجنة وغلقت أبواب النار
وصفدت. It's a kasra.
وصفدت الشياطين متفق عليه.
Yes, ahsant. So Tolga, Fahd, get going. Start here. Break this down for us, please.
طيب واو حرف عطف عن حرف جر. ها ضمير متصل.
Yes. So what is this here? وعنه. What are we? What?
And on his authority, the narration comes.
Who is his? Whose authority?
Yeah, I was thinking, is that cut off? Is someone meant to be mentioned, or is it referring? I don't know which Sahabi it's referring to.
Well, we are taking the chapters from Riyadh al-Salihin. The hadith from one chapter of Riyadh al-Salihin. The previous hadith was an Abi Hurayrata, and then in the next one he says wa anhu. All right, so it's also an Abi Hurayrata.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
So here the ha, tamir jar, ghaib mufrad goes back to Abu Huraira in the previous hadith. All right. Okay, continue.
رضي الله عنه.
خلاص, we know.
Okay, Anna is أخوات أخوات من حروف أخوات كان.
Not kana. من أخوات إن. Yes.
أخوات إن.
Yes.
وهي حروف إن وأخواتها تدخل على جملة اسمية.
Yes.
وتنصب الاسم وترفع الخبر.
أحسنت.
So which is why Rasula is the ism.
Yes.
Anna, so it's mansub.
Yes.
Rasul, and then and it's also mudaf.
Yes.
And لفظ الجلالة is mudaf إليه.
أحسنت.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sallallahu alayhi wa
skipping that part?
Yeah, you're skipping that part.
Okay, قال فعل ماضي.
Yeah.
يعني it's a فعل and the فاعل is there after the lam تقديره هو.
Yes, ضمير مستتر. Yes.
ضمير مستتر. إذا جاء رمضان.
Wait. We're not done yet. Okay, you tell me Anna Rasula. You tell me Rasula is ism Anna.
Yeah.
Okay, and our original sentence Rasulu would have been mubtada. طيب, where is the khabar Anna?
Is it the جملة فعلية قال?
Yes, أحسنت. Here قال is a فعل فاعل. فعل قال فاعل ضمير مستتر في محل رفع خبر أن. Right, this entire sentence, this entire jumla is in the place of the khabar of Anna. Good. Okay, so thank you very much, Fahd. Tolga, continue.
إذا
read it.
إذا جاء رمضان فتحت أبواب الجنة.
Okay, so start with here. إذا, what's إذا?
اسم is it a ظرف?
Yeah, it's a ظرف. Yeah. How does it work? Explain to us how it works.
I don't know how it works.
Come on, man. We explained that a few times. What's the meaning of it? So ظرف, correct. What's the meaning of إذا?
That means when.
When. Okay, very good. So, continue from there. Knowing that this word here means when, and you tell me it's a ظرف. ظرف is a ظرف zaman, time frame. Right? Space and time.
Yeah.
Explain it to me. Explain the sentence to me.
جاء فعل.
Yes.
Means when it comes, when Ramadan comes.
When Ramadan comes, okay. So جاء فعل ماضي, and then Ramadan.
رمضان. The
فاعل, yes, very good. جاء فعل ماضي رمضان فاعل. Okay. So what is this in relation to this?
It's given the time frame, like telling you when.
Okay.
A condition.
Yeah, it's somewhat of a condition. Okay, it's لا بأس. We can say that it's kind of like, it works kind of like a condition. So what happens إذا جاء رمضان?
Then you have to explain what you mean by that after.
Okay, continue.
فتحت أبواب الجنة. فتحت. I don't know if this is it's like a فعل.
Yes. Yes. What's particular about this فعل يا Tolga?
It looks like the I forgot what it's called, but the passive form.
Yes, exactly. مبني للمجهول. Okay. How did you recognize it? What made you think it's مبني للمجهول?
The pattern فتح.
Yes. What is the pattern? What is it exactly? Show me exactly what it is in the pattern.
It's the ضمة, then the كسرة, then the فتحة.
Yes, very good. ضم أوله وكسر ما قبل آخره. Its first letter gets a ضمة and the letter before last gets a كسرة. Right? That's the ماضي for the مبني للمجهول. Okay, cool. So, what in that case, what is أبواب?
It's the فاعل.
The فاعل?
No, the مفعول, no?
Yeah, you're like in between the two. When you say فاعل, you are half correct, and when you say مفعول, you are half correct as well. So put them two together, and make sure you get the two correct halves together, and bam, you'll have a fully correct position.
Okay. I don't know.
Come on, Akhi, what do you mean you don't know? The meaning-wise, what does it mean, the sentence?
The doors is plural. It's in plural of doors.
Yeah, it's in plural of doors. لا بأس. Iftar, still 1 hour to go, bro. And you better get some strength somewhere.
No, I can't.
Okay, it's mudaf. Yeah, all right. Okay, but what I want you to do is explain this part of the sentence for me. All of this here. Explain to me, what if you were to translate this in English, what would it sound like?
The doors are open. Or open the doors. I don't know.
Open
the doors. The doors are open.
The doors are open.
Or they were open.
Yeah, they are opened.
Opened.
The doors are opened. All right. Okay. So, ikhwan, it is passive, مبني للمجهول. The original sentence would be, if we say that Allah opens the doors, or the malaika open the doors, we would say, for example, فتح الله أبواب الجنة. فتح فعل ماضي لفظ الجلالة فاعل أبواب مفعول به. So in a way, you're right when you tell me it's the maf'ul. From a meaning perspective, this is what the action is made upon, the maf'ulun bihi. And when you tell me fa'il, you're also partially right, because in the sentence, this one here is the marfu', and it plays the role of the fa'il, strictly grammatically speaking. However, from a meaning perspective, this is not the fa'il. This is not the one doing the opening. This is the one who the opening is done to. So we call this, what do we call this, Fahad?
End of the day, is it still a maf'ul?
No. How do we call it? Saad, are you there or are you cooking? You're here, huh?
نائب فاعل.
Naib fa'il. Very good, Saad. Right, ikhwan, the naib fa'il. Let's re-explain that, because this is an important mas'ala. If I say ضرب زيد عمرا. Alright, here we have our فعل, فاعل, مفعول. Good, no problem here. then we can say ضرب عمرو. ضرب عمرو. And as I said previously, Amr has a waw at the end just to make the differentiation between Amr and Umar. ضرب عمرو. So in this sentence here, we have removed the fa'il, Zayd. Zayd is gone. And because of this, we have changed the صيغة of the fi'l. We have made it مضموم الأول مكسور ما قبل الأخير. Made the dhamma on the first one and kasra on the one before last. And Amr became marfu'. So Amr, he's kind of acting like the fa'il, grammatically speaking. He comes after the fi'l, is connected to the fi'l, and he's marfu'. So if we're looking at it strictly grammatically, this looks like the fa'il. But meaning-wise, duriba, I mean the fi'l daraba, the action of beating, he's not the one beating, so he can't be the fa'il, he can't be the one doing it. So we can't call him fa'il, we call him na'ibu fa'ilin. Na'ibu fa'ilin. The one who is replacing the fa'il. And it has the meaning of the maf'ul. Is that clear, Ikhwan?
Yeah.
Okay. So, إذا جاء رمضان فتحت أبواب الجنة. So, أبواب is naib fa'il. And Tolga, you're saying, what's the relation between أبواب and al-jannati?
مضاف and مضاف إليه.
مضاف and مضاف إليه. Okay. So, now, what type of sentence is all of this? All the way from here until here.
You mean out of the two types of sentences?
Yes, we only have two types of sentences.
I would say جملة فعلية.
Yes, correct. Where is the fi'l? Where is the fa'il? Or the naib fa'il, as the case may be.
فعل, there's two فعلs, no?
Which one? Which one is the one from our sentence? What are we talking about, ya Tolga? What's the core meaning that we are conveying?
That the doors of Jannah are open.
Yes, exactly. This is our sentence here. This is our sentence. This is our fi'l and our naib fa'il. This here is our dharf. Alright? We're using the word إذا to use an entire sentence as a dharf. إذا جاء رمضان.
Okay.
Right? It's not like غدا, أمسي, بعد ساعة, قبل ساعة, قبل سنة, بعد سنة. No, here we have an entire sentence as a dharf. Right? So it works a bit like the silatul mawsul. Right? We use the ism mawsul and the silatul mawsul to make an entire sentence as a na'at. Here we're using إذا to make an entire sentence a dharf. Like the word when in English. You say when Ramadan comes, the doors of paradise are opened. What is our sentence about? Is it about the coming of Ramadan? No, it's about the doors of paradise being opened. Coming of Ramadan is the, as we would call it, time clause. It's just the additional information about time when it is happening. Right? But our original sentence is this one. And as you have pointed out, it is a jumla fi'liya. Yes. Saad.
Yes.
Okay, continue reading from here, please.
إذا جاء رمضان فتحت أبواب الجنة وغلقت أبواب النار.
Yes. غلقت أبواب النار. Could you break that down for us, please?
غلقت is فعل ماضي مبني للمجهول. كأبواب النار أبواب is a نائب فاعل.
Yes.
And it's a مضاف also.
Yes.
النار is مضاف إليه.
Okay, ناري is مضاف إليه. Okay, good, Saad. Saad, please look at the difference between غلقت and فتحت. What's the difference between these two verbs, these two أفعال?
So in the basic, it's a difference is in the basic of the field. So فتح and another one is غلق.
Say again.
So difference is in the basis of field. First one is فتح.
Yeah.
The غلق يغلق غلق.
غلق يغلق. Okay, good. Let's look at this. We have space here. Let's just open a new one. So, if we have فعل يفعل فعلا like for example ضرب يضرب ضربا where's the dog on? No, here. No. Okay. When we make that مبني للمجهول, we do it as we have seen previously. All right. لا يفعل and فعلا of course stays the same, right? So this becomes ضرب يضرب. ضرب يضرب. Okay, so quickly look at that. So here we said that for the ماضي ضم أوله هو كسر ما قبل آخره. The first one gets a ضمة, the one before last gets a كسرة. In the مضارع ضم أوله وفتح ما قبل آخره. Right, so that's the difference between the ماضي and the مضارع for no. For the, what's it called? For the مبني للمجهول. Okay, now we have a فعل on another scale. We have فعل. Where is الشدة? Where is the شدة? Here. فعل يفعل. Excuse me guys, I'm really slow at typing in Arabic. Like in this case here, what's the غلقت? Yes. So that is in the ماضي غلق يغلق غلق يغلق. All right, so in this particular scale we see that the mudari', I mean the madi, it stays with fatha every single one. All right, يعني فعل غلق ضرب درب قتل, whatever verb which is on this scale will always have fatha for the madi. As for the mudari', it will always have dhamma on the first one and kasra on the one before last. So you see that when the difference between the mabni lil majhul is that it has dhamma on the first one, just like here, but this one here has fatha on the one before last, whereas this one here has kasra on the one before last. This is yudrabu and this is yughalliqu. So this is not mabni lil majhul. The same one, mabni lil majhul, will look like this. It will be fu'ila yufa'alu. In this case here, غلق يغلق. طيب it needs a شدة. يغلق. Okay. So we see that in the mabni lil majhul, despite us being on a different wazn, a different scale as they say, we see that the same rule applies. The first one gets a dhamma and the one before last gets a kasra. So fu'ila yufa'alu, right? And in the madi, same applies again. So this is madi and madi, and then the mudari', first one gets a dhamma and the one before last gets a fatha. So here we have in the mudari', the first one gets a dhamma and the one before last gets a fatha. Fu'ila yufa'alu. So this gives us غُلِّقَ يُغَلَّقُ. So in the mabni lil majhul, all the af'al on all the scales follow that same rule. The first one gets a dhamma, the one before last gets a kasra for the madi and gets a fatha for the mudari'. Is that clear, ya ikhwan? Any questions on this?
How would you translate the meaning for one that's in past and one that's in, for example, madi and mudari'? How does it make sense? I'm trying to figure out the sentence. Like say it was opened. Okay, that's in the past.
Okay.
How do?
Here you have إذا. Okay. إذا. I really need to revise that before talking, really. But with إذا, you most often the madi is used, but it has this meaning of generality. But the details of this I don't remember exactly now from the top of my head. But that's basically how it functions. It's all of this is because of إذا.
Okay.
All right. But any questions on this here, how this functions?
No, not from me.
No? Okay, good. All right. So let's finish. وغلقت أبواب النار. Fahd, read the last one.
وصفدت الشياطين وصفدت الشياطين.
Yes.
Yeah, so same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is this time the ta sakin was put a kasra on it because of iltiqa sakinain.
Yes.
Because we have a sakin after it from the hamza.
From the alif lam, yes, the hamza from the alif lam is a sakin, so we have to put a kasra to avoid the two sukuns following each other. Yes, very good.
Yeah, and sufidat, so it's mabni lil majhul.
Yeah.
And shayateen is the na'ib fa'il.
Yes, very good. What's the meaning of sufidat?
Is it like put away, like locked up?
No. مقرنين في الأصفاد. What does that mean? الأصفاد.
I'm not sure.
It means
Restrained.
chains, chained up. Suffidat, they are chained up. All right. Any question on that?
No.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of our lesson today, and I think this is our last lesson. We have 3 to 4 days left of Ramadan. We shall discuss in the group when we're going to start our normal classes again.
I have a doubt in this case.
Yes.
Okay, فتحت أبواب. What is ta means? Ta is for أبواب in female.
Yes.
Means jam.
Yes, because it's جمع غير عاقل.
Oracle for Ramadan or for أبواب or shayateen.
Yes. It is جمع غير عاقل. Ramadan is mufrad.
Okay.
All right. But for example, you could say إذا جاءت الأشهر الحرم. Here it would be غير عاقل. But أبواب and shayateen is غير عاقل.
Okay.
But that's interesting. الشياطين عاقل or غير عاقل.
Yeah, no, as a matter of fact, this is a good point you're making. The basic ruling is that this is applied to the jama' غير عاقل. However, it can also be applied to the jama' in many cases. What rulings apply in here, honestly, I do not know. But this is the case. It can be applied also for the aqil.
But so shayateen is aqil, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
وإياك. All right. Any other questions? Yeah.
Yeah, quickly. You know that anhu we said like on the authority of, yeah?
Yeah.
So is like in English we translate it as on the authority, but in Arabic an is normally just on, and we don't have that the authority. So
no, an
is
a better translation for an is from. Look, there must be a taqdir. For example, سمعت الحديث عن أو روي الحديث عن أبي هريرة or روي عن أبي هريرة. This is the taqdir, you know, the estimated left out speech.
Yeah, so that was going to be my sentence. So there is something that is mustatir, that is
muqaddar,
yeah?
Muqaddar, yes.
Okay, jazakallah khair. Understood.
نعم. Alright, إخوان, حفظكم الله. We shall stop here, inshallah ta'ala. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله خيرا ووفقنا الله وإياكم. We'll be in touch on the group to see what follows. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم إخوان.